PayPal's first look event was last week, and one thing it did not do is shock the world. Now, the 6 innovations, the 6 announcements that they've made are pretty interesting. I know some of you will say, yeah, but some of those already exist with other companies, etc., etc. I agree. But that doesn't mean that this wasn't a good sign for PayPal. These are things that were supposed to happen already a couple of years back. Didn't happen. Remember, PayPal is a company that can launch products, and if those products are very successful, they launch it at scale, something that a lot of other companies cannot do. Not a lot of companies can reach 35 million merchants, can reach 400 million users, plus, by the way. So, when PayPal announced those things, although some of these things might seem extremely simple, it only takes a little improvement for the financials to go up, free cash flow to go up, margins to go up, earnings, revenue, all of that goes up when you are a company that can do these things at scale and successfully as well in a fast and secure way. Now we're going to talk about the multiple points that were announced in just a bit, but just a quick reminder of the current state of the stock and the company, because next week we have the earnings report. Currently, stock is trading at around $63, market cap of just under $69 billion, has a forward PE of 11.9 times. Of course, compared to its 5-year mean, all of these metrics, it is currently extremely undervalued. Now, of course, it has to signal the market that, well, margins will improve, margins have bottomed, we're going to generate more free cash flow, we're going to keep acquiring more and more shares because we think our stock is undervalued and will continue to grow as well thanks to those new innovations. Now, with regards to the first look event, it was very Apple-esque. By the way, this was an event for their customers, their users, not for investors. Very important to note, because I know a lot of people were a bit annoyed by that, but this was not an investor day, this was not an earnings call or something like that. This was really an Apple-esque announcement, an Apple-esque event. Now, I do expect this to happen on a yearly basis or maybe even on a semi-annual basis. It's already a good start. Transparency is key, and especially the pace of innovation. Now, currently the stock sits just under the 200-day moving average, which sits at around $64, $65 or so. Of course, with the earnings report next week, we can completely break through that, or we can crash under the 50 and the 20-day moving average if earnings disappoint. I think the focus is definitely going to be on guidance here. Now, before I continue, if you want to support this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. All right, so now let's start with the first point during the event, which was faster checkout. 50% latency reduced and enables customers to check out twice as fast. Makes completely sense, nothing new. A lot of other companies have done that. It's pretty simple, but you have to do it in a fast and safe way, because an extra 10 seconds, an extra 15 seconds will definitely cost you a sale. So again, great move. The more checkouts, the more payments that can happen, the better for the merchant and the better for PayPal as well. Up next, something that will help with that, Fastlane, guest checkout, one single tap. No username, no password to remember, no personal information, and no need to share a credit card with businesses all over the web. Countless times I went on website and I wasn't logged in, so I had to log in, two-factor authentication, etc., etc. Sometimes I even forgot my password. And yes, eventually you just don't buy the product that you want because it just takes too much time. With this, it's going to be very interesting to see how they actually managed to do that, because they say that the results showing with regards to their pilot program with BigCommerce shows that Fastlane can recognize 70% of guests and accelerated checkout speeds of nearly 40% compared to a traditional guest checkout process. If that can scale, I think we're in business here. Moving on to number 3 here, and that's smart receipts. This was something I think that I discussed with someone on X, and it makes completely sense. So they say here that almost 45% of PayPal customers globally open their email receipts every day. I'm one of those that doesn't really always open their email receipts unless I actually need it for taxes, but okay. So they say here AI will be able to predict what they may want to buy next from that merchant. As a result, now merchants will be able to include a personalized recommendation along with a cashback reward offer on the receipt. Again, this is something that makes completely sense. If you know that people open your email, it's like sending a newsletter, right? With promotions. You know that certain percent will open that newsletter, and so why not put in some offers? Because if it interests the person that just bought a product from your website, maybe they will be inclined to buy another product. It doesn't really cost you that much. Actually, I don't think it will cost you anything at all. And you might generate a second sale. Again, great for PayPal and great for the merchant. And I also think that finally we might see some better integration with regards to Honey, but more on that in just a bit, because now we have to talk about the PayPal Advanced Offers platform. So this new performance-based offer platform has the potential to use AI to organize and analyze data from nearly $500 billion worth of merchant transactions globally. This personalized advanced offers platform gives merchants the ability to reach customers based on what they have actually bought across the internet, down to the stock keeping unit, SKUs, and the individual product. You might be familiar with something Shopify has announced, I think a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago, called Shopify Audiences. Basically creates a list, targeted audience that might be interested in a product, have already bought similar products, and you can target much better, which means you get a higher return on your investment. I believe the same here could be said with PayPal Advanced Offers platform. Again, it's all about using the available data that PayPal has, the very, very rich data that PayPal has, and make use of it. Rewards the merchants, even makes customers' lives maybe a bit easier because maybe they might be interested or they might be looking actually for that certain product. Might make the lives easier, great for the merchant, great for PayPal, great for a customer, everybody's happy. Which moves me to the next one. Again, things that make the customer happy might make the merchants happy as well, and that's reinventing the PayPal app. So they are introducing something called Cash Pass to give customers access to hundreds of exciting personalized cashback offers from top brands in the US. A user will simply need to tap on the offer, shop at that business, and check out with PayPal. They'll launch Cash Pass with an amazing set of launch partners, so consumers can access offers from merchants such as Best Buy, eBay, McDonald's, Priceline, Ticketmaster, Uber, and Walmart. Again, here you could maybe use the Honey acquisition, or maybe justify, let's say, the Honey acquisition. Because why do you use Honey, right? You use Honey to compare prices. You use Honey to see if there are any promotions. You also get Honey Gold, which is basically a form of cashback. So maybe now a better integration might be made here. Now, here you might say, yeah, but from a profitability standpoint, all these cashback things doesn't really make that much sense. I could agree, but again, this is money that doesn't really leave the whole PayPal ecosystem, because you will eventually spend that money back by buying stuff through PayPal. Maybe you'll buy even more. So it could be a win-win situation here. And then lastly, and that's Venmo, more specifically the next generation of Venmo business profile. So Roy Crossroads, we've had it on the channel before, he called it the Groupon in Venmo. And that's actually a very, very good comparison. It's all about discovery. I've talked about that with regards to Square, Afterpay. It's all about discovery, having a feed where you can find your merchants, follow them, maybe receive offers, cashback here as well. Makes complete sense. So they say here business profiles will add subscribe buttons, profile ranking, and the ability to offer promotions to customers, bring powerful new ways for businesses to drive traffic, generate sales, and more meaningfully grow their business through increased visibility in the Venmo app. Now, my question here is, how many people actually open their Venmo app on a daily basis, or maybe even on a weekly basis, just to scroll through a feed to potentially look at merchants? I would probably assume that a lot of you just open Venmo to send money or receive money. But hey, who knows? Maybe a lot of people will start opening their Venmo app to start shopping, look for offers, because why not? If you can get money back, if you can get good promotions, why not use that option? Again, all about discovery, all about generating sales, all about making sure your customers are coming back. Loyalty is very important. So when you have loyalty cards, stuff like that, I mean, statistically speaking, your sales increase over time. And so overall, while this definitely did not shock the world, I think the CEO used those words maybe to signal something to their merchant base, not really to the investor community, but I might be wrong. Maybe next time he'll use his words a bit more, I don't know, in a better way, let's say. But then again, I like the way he presents stuff. I like the way PayPal is now being a bit more transparent, doing these types of events, giving us more information, more numbers, how are things going with merchants, sales, etc., etc. And now the pace of innovation with regards to PayPal is going to be extremely important going forward. Right now, I like what I see. Some might be disappointed by the event. I don't think I was disappointed. Maybe we all expected a bit more, but hey, overall, good announcements, earnings next week. Then they will speak to investors, and that's where the stock will move up or down. Again, this is just one quarter. I believe guidance is going to be important for this year. Overall, those are my thoughts. Do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.